Hello, it's Todd again, back talking about the Android again, and I'm going to be showing some of the features within the SDK as far as like programming go, especially with the XML and actually making a graphical user interface. So I'm just using Mundo, which is a program that I made out of a book I was reading that was kind of teaching me some of the stuff about Android. So main thing I want to show you is a lot of the graphical stuff is put into XML files. As you can see, we have the Android manifest.xml, but for a simple application like this, the most important part is underneath the layout, which is the activity_Sciton.xml, which I have opened up here. So all these libraries are different things. This source library right here to expand the source, and the com.example, Sciton Mondo, and then we see our Sciton activity.java, which is the source code of the program. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to talk about the graphical layout. So one thing that's pretty cool about this SDK is how easy it is to make really simple graphical user interfaces. For example, this hello world. Oh, didn't mean to double click that. You know, if I click it, I get all this, and then if I hit the delete button, it should delete it. So let's say I want to throw in some large text there. And drag and drop it, and I come over here to properties, the ID of it, which is like if I want to call it up into a function, how would I call it up, and then the actual text, we can change this to say hello YouTube, and it changes to say hello YouTube. Another way you can change this is by going into here and the Android text, I think it's supposed to be @string, something like that, to keep from getting a warning. Like I don't have to do that, it just prefers that I do something like that. But I'm just going to take that out because it's not really important. So let's say I want a button, just a really simple button. Here we have a button, change the text. Now the really important part about buttons is scrolling down the on click. So if we do process click, whenever we click this button, it's going to look here and it says okay. So when it's clicked, we need to go to the Java programming and look at where it says process click, and that's going to be the function that all the information is stored underneath, but not getting into all that. So we want a checkbox, drag and drop. Let's change the text. And text fields for users to put in information. As you can see, there's a bunch of different things. Another thing I like is the image button right here, and I can choose IC launcher, but let's say I want to create my own image for that button. Very simple. I can just go to the image that I want, and we'll say my image, and I actually got to resize this. Or I may not have to resize it, it may automatically do it for me, but I can drag and drop and put it in my drawable folder, copy the file, then next time I drag and drop, right there. yeah, that button needs to be resized, but you get the general idea. So it's fairly simple to create little apps, and especially the graphical part of it. To a degree, this is a little bit of a pain in the butt to resize this. So we'll just delete it. So we have date and time, transitions, and a lot of other cool and neat things here. So that's a basic designing of the graphical user interface. Now to actually launch this onto a device, which is what I'm going to be talking about in the next video, we don't exactly have to write source code. It just won't be interactive or anything like that. So if you have the SDK, just kind of do that. Just kind of drag random stuff over onto it, change the text, all that good stuff, and then I'll show you how to actually run it. So that's it for this video. See you in the next video.